Okay, it says it's recording now, so I'm going to trust that it is. We've been tied up on Tim's car for 4 months, not able to do much. We waiting on chrome that's important to fit to the car to finish the body work. So we switched over and finished up this car, which is nearly done. We haven't been able to do much on that vehicle yet. It's a 250 SL. So because we took this apart, we were going to start recovering the seats. But these didn't start polishing up very nicely. They polished up one spot on another frame. But part of the problem we have here, when we got the seats apart more, the metal's all broken. Snapped off here. Both sides. Metal's all split and cracked back here. How much of this is visible? All the way up to here is visible, is it not? Here. Somewhere in here?
Right from this thing.
Can we, now that it's knocked loose, can we grind these rivets off and then let me get this chrome plated about to right here?
You have to take the whole thing apart. You got to take all this out?
No. They can dip this. They can dip it to this point right here. They can suspend it from there and dip it to here. So if you can take these out and we can figure out how to get them back in.
Well, you got to rivet them in.
We'll rivet them in. The rivets don't show though, right?
No.
Okay. Then let's do both seats because I can't just plate one and make it look good. So let's pop this out. I tried to polish up a spot on one of these, and all these little boogers.
I polished that whole thing. That's as good as it's going to get.
Yeah. Oh, you would polish this whole side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get the boogers to go away. And everything else is going to look so nice that I just can't. I can't leave it like that. Yeah, let's have the end of those plated. The knobs come right off. Yeah, let's do that. Now, you told me the seat adjusters were trash. All of them or just some of them? Oh, that one's broken in half.
Just the ones that are on it.
The whole outer's the whole outer's gone. This one is snapped in half inside. Okay, what about that side?
The only one that's together and it doesn't work. That one, everything's broke right out.
That's shattered right in two. Okay, let's get him over to the plater is supposed to have his windshield frame back tomorrow. So I can go, barring the ice storm, I can go get the windshield frame, which will allow you to get back on his car, bodywork wise. At least Rob can get back on that car bodywork wise. And then I will get those two pieces plated and the bottoms of the seat frames. Okay, you get that ready for me, and we're behind the times, and I'm going to get on there. I can't wait 4 or 5 months for these to come back. So you'll have to drill out these rivets. Just take this plate here out only, and this, and then I will take it and get it done. This just looks funny, like I'm in the wrong mode of something here. I may have to play this back and see what it looks like, but it looks like there's too much color in this. I need to chrome these up about right in here someplace. And this is going to be in the way. And these are already broken. This, I think, is separate from that.
This is separate from this one.
So you can leave this and leave the rest of the frame together. I'm okay with that.
We just got to take these bottoms off.
But we got to take those bottom pieces off, okay? And I got to figure out what's going on. This is a new camera. The color looks better now, but when I get up close, it's like all blotchy. So we already have his interior, all the stuff ready to do his interior. We can't with those seats in that condition. Yeah, I know, smart pants. All right, we'll get back in a bit. Probably tomorrow when I head off to the plater.
Okay, Tim Clark's 190. We blocked it down, reprimed it, got rid of any of the imperfections out. It's reprimed now, blocking it down now with 220. Then we'll hit it with 400 light, and then load it up and take it over to my place, put it in the booth. Finish blocking it with 400. We'll taper it up and paint it. Looks pretty good, pretty happy now. Finally got the windshield frame in so that we could finish the body work up on the pillars. These areas were pretty bad. Right here, where the windshield pillars go in. They had this dash out. Whoever tore the car apart before we got it took all the aluminum components out of it and the structures underneath. All these were out. The A pillars, door pillars, B pillars were all out. So we had to reshape all this for the windshield posts and frame to fit right. That's good now. Looks pretty good, pretty happy with it. Get it finished blocked out today and tomorrow. Friday's tomorrow. And then we'll run it over and hopefully middle of the week we'll have it painted. Buff it out and then bring it back here, start assembling it. What is this? All the parts have already been reprimed too, so we're gonna finish that up. Should be good to go. Got the paint all mixed up. They wanted a special paint, Mary Kay pink. No, I'm just kidding. Cool. And record. Please stop.
Got the engine back. Getting ready to start putting it together. Got to clean it up and paint it. That's the engine block. Put it on an engine stand. There's the oil pan and the valve cover, the other parts that cleaned up. They're ready to paint, put on. So we got the cars out being painted right now. Got the cylinder head and the crank and everything. So start getting this motor put together.
Huh? I haven't touched anything. It's Tim's engine we're putting together. Things have been cleaned, painted. It's obviously months ago been bored. We have all the pieces assembled or accumulated now.
Yeah, we just got the bearings. We just got the rod bearings.
Yeah, just got the correct rod bearings.
What I was waiting for to finish putting it together.
We have all the gaskets here. He's got the crank in it. He'll be putting pistons in soon. mains and rod bearings in. He's already putting things on it. You can see we sent out and had a variety of the trinkets plated, so it should look really nice when we, things that are supposed to be yellow zinc, and things that are supposed to be black are black, and we got zinc or cadmium here on the bypass tube. I'm going to go in the other room and get a shot of the seats that just came back. So camshaft is here, pistons are there, oil pan's been cleaned and resprayed, cylinder head's been gone through. We got a couple little pieces to put on it yet. There was corrosion in here that have been welded up and remachined. Starter and generator sent out rebuilt. They're getting a little dusty, but throwout bearing I think we tested. Did you put a new throwout bearing on there? We got a new one, don't we?
Yeah, and a ring gear.
Oh, the ring gear was. You don't have it on yet, right?
I don't have a new one. We gotta get it.
Yeah, we got to get a ring gear. The teeth are. We probably showed this long ago. Teeth are messed up on the ring gear here, and the clutch doesn't look real spiffy, does it?
No.
So I'm going to get him a new clutch and pressure plate and disc. Now this disc, to give you an idea, I may have filmed this before because it's been a while. You can see that the little brass rivets are actually touching the material. These are supposed to be inset, kind of like what you're seeing here. So there's a lot of wear on this.
Yeah,
you can see they're almost touching here as well, but they are touching the other side, which is why they're all shiny. So the clutch is toast.
And that's toast.
And this is all scored and got hot spots.
You can see where they were hitting.
Hot spots. You can see the scratch marks where it was rubbing on these pins.
Here's throwout.
This I had resurfaced. The throwout bearing won't even turn, could be why some of these scuff marks.
That's why those are.
Where scuff marks? This has been gouging in here because your throwout bearing's only spinning part of the time,
It ain't spinning.
if at all. So then it's spinning on here.
Yeah.
That would have melted those if you'd have kept going. Yeah. All right. Now you've already got. We did some leather work, and you cut up.
I cut all the hide. The hide's in a bag.
All the pieces ready to put on the aluminum surround, which we've got all cleaned. All right, let me get a picture. His seat frames are so shot that we got complete new set of the main, what we call them horsehair pads. We have a complete set. I'm gonna go in the other room.
Up there. The seats are all
Oh yeah. Pads are shot. We got burlap for the sides, but the pads are gone, the stuffings are all hanging out. The seat frames themselves we were able to salvage, and we had the pieces chromed. Just so the customer has an idea of other stuff that we're. This is a 250 SL 67 that needs a couple things. I don't know what this darn camera is doing, but the picture looks like junk. There we go. You can see that the other side he's working on now. A lot of what's on this table goes to Tim's car. Everything on this table is his? Heater cores, blower fan, air silencer. Valve cover's been all cleaned. This has been This has been plated.
It's a new oil pump.
Got a new oil pump, so you have proper oil pressure. Yeah,
His oil pump.
you got to get me a list of your recent pilfering. I'm going to take a quick walk through. It's my son. We have a multi-axis laser. Just been, all new controls have been built into it. And he's getting ready to I know this has nothing to do with your car, but we've traced this as a cowl repair for 914, and he's traced that and playing with a program to try and get that to properly cut. Here's the whole pile of them here that need to be lasered. These are parts that we produce for Porsche that we're starting to get ready to box up. So I do a few other things besides work on the cars. Radial arm drill, lathe back in the corner. Plymouth Barracuda fender shield or fender patches. One of our shears, forklift, about 30,000 pounds of steel, and there's about another 40,000 pounds of steel on these racks down to the floor. More Porsche pieces that we produce that aren't quite done. 911 Porsche suspension repair panels that we produce for largest Porsche distributor in the United States here. 914 panels. This is a piece that rots out in the corner where you jack your car up underneath, called a floor triangle. Bunch of those that we've produced for another company. A 300-ton press, 200-ton hydraulic. I have reasons for my madness. I'm working my way over to your seats. Plymouth Barracuda 63 to 65, I believe. Rear fender patch panels, and that die is in a hydraulic press with nitrogen cylinders and a binder ring, and we're working on the die because it has some nicks. We also make 914 fender flares, which is what this is. All of what you're looking at here are patterns of pieces that we actually produce, including all those up there, including everything hanging on that wall back there, everything hanging on that wall back there. This is our parts warehouse where floors for the 190 SL and 230 SL and 450 SL are all through here. A lot of parts through here. Okay. This is the little levers that go under your seat. They're made out of stainless. These have all been cleaned and polished up. I'm assuming we saved the knobs. Didn't he have one knob missing?
Yeah.
I think he had a knob missing. These were the seat frame backs that were really nasty. Now I haven't cleaned the polishing rouge or whatever off from them, but the plating is very nice and they'll polish up just beautiful. This is what that seat pad you saw in the back. That's what that seat pad will clip into here and tie into here. But these came out very nice. We didn't know. We tried to clean these up and polish them, but they were so pitted that we ended up having to send them out. I wish I'd have known it a little earlier, because we could have sent it with the other chrome that we sent out for him. But at least we got them back now, and we're ready to rock and roll putting the interior together. Our upholstery guy is really busy, so we may find another local guy here, because I think he's 2 months behind already. So anyway, there you have it. I told the customer I'd get a tape off to him and some other photos for his car, but I'm probably going to have to drive up to the paint shop and get them. They're having trouble with getting the photographs sent to me. So we'll get back in a while. Pulling things in to refurbish here of Tim's. This back piece is in pretty good shape. This came out, I think, one of the last boxes, the big box that he sent us. This is twisted and warped pretty bad. We do, however, have these reproduced. This is the cover that goes over the shift linkage. We'll take it apart. This visor is toast, and so are all the brackets. These are the seat guides. They just need to be kind of painted up. If we'd have had these early on when we sent out plating stuff, I'd have probably had them zinc or cadmium plated, but the bottom stuff's not visible. This will be. You'll probably blast it and paint it. Some bits and pieces of his headlights. Biggest thing I just dragged in, again, we didn't have this at first, but we probably some time ago should have pulled the chrome. The rubber is history. We're going to take this chrome and see if we can polish it up. If not, I'm going to have to do a rush and get them plated. The key is to try and break these screws loose without breaking the screws. You already did that?
The one I did.
You want to try this one? Never mind. I did it. I did it with my non-dominant hand. Believe that? Yeah. These things many times just snap right off. And you have to drill them and retap the holes and what have you. So we got to refurbish the top frame. The canvas is toast. I mean, this is part of the canvas trim. But the canvas is all tarnished and dingy. The back window's shot. There's no way we're even going to suggest try and clean this thing up. So what we'll determine is, does he have the side cable here? There is one there. Is it intact? Can we use that over? The condition of the front wood. Does he need new wood? It appears that the front wood, at least in that section, is good. We'll strip this down, get some shots, but I'm going to say there's wood in here too. I'm going to peel this off, get some of this stuff stripped off, and then we'll get somebody to start reconditioning the frame. Has to be buffed and polished up and that kind of thing, and re-clear coated. And then we'll see what we can do about the chrome. But it's definitely going to get a new canvas. I know his steering wheel was all cracked and shot. What about the horn button in the middle? You can't.
Steering wheel was so bad, I almost say that
you can't buy that anymore. So we got to see if we can't find him a decent used one. Or what about the chrome horn ring?
What?
This chrome horn ring.
I have no idea.
All right, I'll find the chrome horn ring. And we'll see what he might need a new horn ring as well. But we'll start getting the seats put together. These are all new parts here that I just brought in that he needs. Give you an idea of oh boy, what a new one looks like. Can you tear this open for me? Rip that out of the bag. I think I filmed what he has. You can see that these are broken up and pretty nasty. This one here is somewhat intact, but this is broken across here, and there's what a new one will come like. And then there are bolts that hold them on, and then there are new rubber tabs that go inside on these pads, so the seat sits on a rubber pad. You can see the old remains of the old one right here. So we've got that pulled and in here. I think I showed already new cushions right there for the seats. So we'll get shots after we get the convertible top frame stripped down, and I've got to get a video off to the customer. It's been a long time since he's had a good progress report. Here's the top frame stripped. Believe it or not, virtually every screw came out without too much effort. Not one broke. These refused to come out, so I've put a penetrating lubricant in there. Inspecting the wood in the front here to make a determination. I think we're going to use it over. I don't find any really rotten spots of the wood. Nothing, no chunks broken away. It's not all punky and shot. So this cloth obviously is toast, but so we'll need to remove this off of here so we can polish it. I think it's best to take it off of there. We got to rewrap it and then we'll screw it back on. Rewrap it with new cloth. The rear wood pieces came off. A little chunk here came out. I think we can repair that easily with some plastic wood without. See, these I know fit the frame and fit the car properly, so if I don't have to put new ones on, I would rather not. And these, we'll have the guys inspect them better, but these are in pretty good shape. This handle is ugly. Probably polish it up and respray it. This should be either re-chromed or replaced. Oh, it's going to have to be replaced. There is a break right there in the chrome, in the casting. It's ready to snap right off. Another time or two on the top, that would have snapped right off. So he needs a new one of these. These I'm going to take photographs and send them to the plater and find out what they'll charge me to plate them. I do have new ones. These side tensioner cables, I will replace the cable assemblies because they're rusty and the wires are breaking. I don't know if you can see that very well. The wires are getting all chafed and coming apart. At least one of them is. So, and they come in a set. So I will stop at this point, get the video off to the customer, and we'll commence to putting together more parts that we need and refurbish what we can fix, so that when the car comes back from paint in about a week, we'll be ready to start putting it back together.